In this video, we're going to take a look at the markbook on Ada Computer Science. In previous videos, we've walked through how you create a student group and how you create a quiz and how you assign that quiz to the student group. So I've logged in and I'm going to have a look at my Ada and I can see my dashboard. I can either go to the markbook by clicking on View Markbook here, or going to the left-hand menu and choosing the markbook here. The first thing I see in my markbook are my list of groups. The group I'm interested in is this one here, 10 Class A, and I can click on the group. Now I would be able to see a list of all assignments and tests that I had set for this group. So far we've only done one, which was the bubble sort homework we did in the previous video. If I click on this, I get an overview of how my students performed in that homework. This is a nice visual representation of how well they did. So I can see I have 7 students in this group, and I can sort them in a variety of ways. I can click on here to sort them by name. I can click here to sort them by the number of questions they got correct, and so on and so forth for all the other questions. The icons that are shown here are described in the key, and you get a very quick picture about which student has done well, like Ada Test Student 6, who's scored 8 out of 8. Ones that maybe haven't done the homework at all, like Ada Test Student 10. And then ones who've tried the homework but maybe not been as successful as the others, for example, Ada Test Student 7. If I want to drill down to look at the individual questions, I can go to the Detailed Marks tab here. This actually breaks down each question in a separate accordion. So if I clicked on this first question here, it shows me for each part of the question what the students did. I can't actually see what they typed in or what mistakes they made, but I can see whether they got it right or whether they got it wrong or whether they didn't attempt it. Also, the accordions show how many of the 7 in my group attempted that question. If we have a look at one that has multiple parts, for example, this question 7 here, these are displayed in columns like so. So I get an idea of if there was a particular part of the question that caused problems. If I'm interested in a particular student, from either the detailed marks view or the group overview, I can click on that student and it opens in a new window. This gives me a really good visual idea of how many questions they've done. I can have a look on these bar graphs that show me how many questions they've done in an academic year. I could also choose the particular topic that I'm interested in. In this case, it was algorithms and data structures. And I can see that sorting algorithms, they've got 100% in. And also I can see all the different types of questions that Ada has available, and it shows me what this student is particularly good at. There's also a nice graph which shows me question attempts over time. This student was only registered in March 2026, so it doesn't show a great deal of detail, but you can imagine you would see quite a lot of detail over a longer period of time. And we've also got which questions they've attempted correctly and which ones are remaining unsolved. Another way you might want to take this valuable data is to download the CSV, the comma separated file of those assignments, and this can be imported into a spreadsheet application. I'm not going to download the CSV just yet. We think our markbook is a very useful tool that we hope you enjoy using. In the next video, we will have a look at tests and how you can assign those to your groups.